What is going on, traders, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm glad to have you. On this channel, I go over key levels and catalysts that I'm focusing on, along with a watch list of stock tickers that I may trade. In this video, I'll be going over my watch list for the trading week of June 12th, 2023. Let's get to it. All right, first up, the catalyst. On Tuesday, we get the consumer price index. On Wednesday, we get the producer price index and the Fed rate decision. And on Thursday, we get jobless claims. Now, one thing I know I won't be doing this week is swing trading. Based on what the Fed rate decision is and what Powell says about that rate decision on Wednesday at 2 o'clock, there's no telling which direction the market is going to go, and I don't want to be a part of that if I'm swing trading. So I'll be strictly day trading. All right, so just keep that in mind just in case you're playing the market this week. Let's take a look at this week's earnings calendar. All right, so the calendar is looking pretty light because earnings season is pretty much over, but we do get Oracle and Adobe this week. Looking at this, I may also watch Kroger and Lennar. Let's get started with the watch list. First up is Meta Platforms, ticker symbol META, and here I have it pulled up on the weekly time frame. Now, we were watching Meta last week because it was in a gap between 248 and 317, and we wanted to see if it was going to try to fill this gap. But the first thing we wanted to see it do was break above 273, and it did do that, but it stalled around 277. Now this week here, I think everything is going to trend sideways until Wednesday and the Fed rate decision. Now after that, if Meta does break above 273, then I'll consider it bullish, and the first level I'm looking for at the test is going to be around 289. If it gets above that, running all the way up to around 317. Now on the bearish side, if the Fed rate decision has some bad news for the market and it cannot get above 273, I'm looking for it to drop all the way down to around $248. So keep these levels on your watch list and let's see what happens. Up next is Orcl, ticker symbol ORCL, and here I have it pulled up on the weekly time frame. Now the company reports earnings after the market closes on Monday, and right now the stock is sitting around $110, its all-time high. Now Oracle's been on a really nice run since September of last year, and it got an additional boost this past week because Oracle was named as one of the investors in an AI startup called Cohere. Other investors were Nvidia and Salesforce. Now with their earnings call coming up after hours tomorrow, if they have good numbers and they mention AI like 100 times, it's probably going to push the stock even higher. I even saw one analyst, Piper Sandler, had a price target of this stock all the way up to $130. So the way that I'm looking to play this one is the aftermath of all the hype. So once this thing runs all the way up, I'm looking for it to slowly drift all the way back down to maybe its prior all-time high of around $105. So I'm just going to watch this one and watch it run all the way up to around 130 or so. And then once it tops off and it starts to come down, I'll probably buy some puts on the way down. So that's the reason that I'm talking about this one today. So keep these levels on your watch list and let's see what happens. Up next is Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA, and here I have it pulled up on the 4-hour time frame. Now the company has been on a nice run because they have announced that Ford users and GM users are going to be able to use their charging network, and has pushed the stock up quite a bit. With it sitting around $244.50, in order for me to consider it bullish, it has to get above $247.50. And if it does, the first level I'm looking for at the test is going to be around $260.50. If it gets above that, it could run all the way up to around $289. Now on the bearish side, if Tesla cannot get above $247.50, I'm looking for it to drop all the way down to around $230. So keep these levels on your watch list and let's see what happens. Up next is AT&T, ticker symbol T, and here I have it pulled up on the weekly time frame. Now the reason I'm watching this one is because of this area between $14 and $15. Every time this stock has come down to around $14, $15, this stock has bounced. You can see here in 2002, here, and over the last couple of weeks it's bounced again. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on this area right here and take a look at this. You can see that AT&T was as high as around $21.50, sold off, came down to $14.50, and ran right back up to around $19.50, even got as high as $21.50 before it ended up selling off again and it sold off and it bounced around $15, and then last week it had a nice green week again. Now I'm not going to act on this immediately. I'm going to wait to see what the Fed decision rate does and which way the market goes, but if the market is green, I'm looking for AT&T to over a few weeks to get right back up to around at least $20, okay? So keep these levels on your watch list and let's see what happens. All right, and the last one I want to go over is Coinbase, ticker symbol COIN, and here I have it zoomed in on the 4-hour time frame. Now the SEC is continuing to crack down on some of these crypto exchanges, and last week they announced that they were going to be suing Binance and Coinbase, mainly because some of the cryptocurrencies that they offer are actually securities. Now when this news came out, it caused quite a few of the altcoins to sell off, and it was totaling around $1 trillion of that sell-off. So that couldn't be good news for these exchanges. So that's the reason that I'm watching this one. So right now Coinbase is sitting around $53.25, but in order for me to consider it bullish, it has to get above $53.50, and if it does, I'm looking for it to run up to around $62.50. Now on the bearish side, if Coinbase cannot get above $53.50, I'm looking for it to drop down to around $50.75, and if it can't hold that, it could drop all the way down to around $41. Now another thing to keep in mind, a lot of times when the market sells off, the cryptocurrencies run. So if you see the market selling off and Coinbase gets above $53.50, it could be on a nice run to at least $62.50, but it could go higher. So keep these levels on your watch list and let's see what happens. And that is the end of the video. If you found value, smash that like button and please consider subscribing to the channel. I set up a website at blazestocks.com where I post my videos, screenshots of stocks that didn't make the video, along with personal finance articles. So check it out when you get a chance. Also, if you're looking to get started with investing, check out the pinned comment in this video for a link to Webull where you can get up to 12 free stocks for signing up and depositing just 1 penny. Here's wishing you a prosperous week of trading, and until next week, talk to you later.